Hi guys, today I am going to try something I have seen on Instagram quite a lot recently. I've seen it mentioned on Marissa Curls and Curly Fit Mum. It's called Wash Now, Style Later. I saw that it can apparently speed up the drying time during refreshing, and I figured because I often wash my hair in the evenings, trying this Wash Now, Style Later might be more time saving in the long run because it will save me having to faff around with brush styling and drying when I just want to go to bed. So let's see how I got on. So before we start, I just want to apologise for my face. My hay fever is so bad today, so that's why I've had to put the specs on. And we had a bad night with the toddler, the 16-month-old last night. So yeah. So this is my naked hair. I have done a video on how I do the naked curls, so I'll pop that at the end of the video if you guys wanted to go check it out. I washed my hair yesterday, doing, as I said, the naked curls routine, and then I slept with it just in a bath, but no pineapple. So it's pretty fluffy, pretty frizzy. There's a little bit of definition going on, but it's just massive. But I will say it does feel very soft with no products in. So I'm just going to get cracking. So what I'm going to use in this video, I will pop links down in the description box for all my products, is my trusty spray bottle, which I got from Amazon, my Superdrug Extra Firm Hold Mousse, and my bucket of Eco Styler Argan Oil Gel. Then what I will use to scrunch out the crunch is the water from the same bottle and the Imbue Curl Energising Hydration Serum. So I'm going to start by getting my hair nice and wet, and just because I've got so much hair, it's so big and fluffy, I'm going to do it sort of in two halves. So I'm just going to clip up the top section of my hair, twist it around nice and tight to stop it getting in the way, and then just use my trusty big claw clip to just clip it all in place. So in here it's just sort of cooled boiled water just left over in the kettle from when I had my cup of tea earlier. This is me with 2 cups of tea in my system, so imagine what I look like first thing this morning. So I'm just getting it nice and wet. I don't want it to be soaking because obviously it's not a wash day, it's just a refresh. But I want to get it sort of nice and wet to sort of reset my hair. I'm just sort of gently, you can see I'm sort of gently finger detangling. Just put a little bit on my ends here as well. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. I love this spray bottle. You're probably sick of hearing me rave about it now if you've watched a few of my videos. I used to have one. It was like a little sort of similar in design to this sort of pump, and it was just, so obviously with lots of hair it took ages and I had to keep swapping hands because my fingers were cramping and all that. So I saw this bottle used quite a lot on like people who I follow on Instagram, so I figured I'd give it a go, and then I saw that it was under a tenner. Couldn't not really. So what I'm going to do next is give my mousse a really good shake, and then I think probably that will do sort of per section. I don't want to overload my hair because where it's quite sort of warm and muggy today, my hair sort of is drying out quite quickly. I've noticed sort of this last week, so I'm filming this middle of June, and obviously being in Cardiff, it's been really hot and really muggy, and my hair for the first time has just been really thirsty. So I'm trying to sort of not overload it. So sort of I'd say two golf ball sized blobs, let's say, per section. I'm just sort of smoothing it over. Try not to put too much up on the roots because I don't want to weigh my hair down. And then finding a little tangle. And then I'm just sort of raking it through, just to sort of smooth down any frizzies, try and get rid of any of these knots that are appearing at the ends of my hair. And then, just for luck, I'm going to give my hair a little scrunch. And it's so warm today that I can already feel my hair is just going. So I will probably re-wet it quite a lot throughout the course of this video. Just because, as I say, my hair's just really thirsty at the moment. I don't know why. I went 3 years without deep conditioning in my hair and it was fine. I don't know if it's an age thing or what, but you know, I entered a new decade this year. So, but yeah, I've just noticed lately it's just really really thirsty. Right, just get all these little sort of fluffy bits near my root. They need to... Alright. The fluffy bits sort of in the crown of my head near my roots, they need to decide where they want to go, is what I was trying to say there before the car beeped. This is the sort of part of my hair that if I'm going to miss a part of my hair, it will be this part, sort of the middle of it. So that's why I have seen it done where it's just, you just have your hair down and spray it with the water. But like I said, this is the part of my hair that I miss sometimes. So I just really want to make sure that I'm getting the product as evenly distributed as possible. So I'm just sort of smoothing the water over, making sure my hair feels nice and wet, but not soaking. I swear it's like a super pollen this year. I don't know if it's because of last year, obviously we were in lockdown, so we had to sort of stay indoors. I don't know if we just haven't sort of built the immunity to the pollen. But honestly, last night, my poor husband was just at a loss of what to do because my eyes were so sore. And this is after I've taken a tablet as well. I take loratadine most mornings. And I was sat there with just one of the kids' flannels over my eyes at like 11 o'clock at night. It's not fun. Those fellow hay fever sufferers, you have my sympathy. Right, so that feels fairly evenly distributed. I'm trying to focus on the back of my head as well. That's another spot that I used to miss. I don't do it so much anymore because I'm like more aware of it. Just giving my hair a nice drink, which does remind me I need to water my plants today as well. Actually, I don't think I'll bother. It's a bit drizzly today. They might be getting a drink for me. Stop it beeping. As I'm filming this, we're in the middle of the Euros, so I don't know if Wales are playing today or what, but it's annoying. Right, so another squirt of water, another scrunch my hair. This front bit is looking a bit rebellious. Don't know if the mic's picking it up. That slight squelching you can hear is usually a good sign that you've put on enough product and your hair's hydrated enough. A little bit more on the back of my head. I did read, no I didn't, I was told. My husband did say last night, apparently a good way to sort of build up an immunity to pollen is to have local honey. So any Welsh honey farmers out there, hit me up. It's a way of sort of ingesting the pollen, since that's what honey is really. It's made from nectar and the like. Yeah, apparently it's a good way of building up your immunity. And honestly, me and the kids are suffering so much. Even the baby, bless her, she's got really watery eyes at the moment. Luckily, they both like the hay fever medicine that I've bought, just the Piriton Kids. I give it to them in the mornings, and the second they see me shaking the bottle, they're just both round me, the almost 5-year-old and the 16-month-old. Right, now the top layers are what usually make or break my hair. Sort of the final result. They're either really defined bouncy curls, they give me loads of volume, loads of movement, or they're just a bit more. So I'm going to focus a little bit more attention on my roots because, as I said, they make or break. Squirting myself in the eye. And then the last little bit of mousse, and then we'll move on to the gel. This mousse, if you're interested, is usually a about £1.99. £1.99, or I think 2 for £3 I've seen. So I'm just going to sort of brush it over whilst I'm rabbiting. Yeah, and I absolutely love it. I did used to use the pink version of it, but then I saw that this was extra firm hold, and my hair's quite heavy, so it does need quite a bit of hold. So I made the switch, although when I was looking at the ingredients, I'm fairly certain they're both the same label, same ingredients, but something about this does work that bit better. So making sure I get all the mousse off my hands, and then what I'm going to do is just gently sort of pick up my hair from the scalp. That helps again add the extra body and just sort of unsticks my hair. Then I'm going to go over my whole head with just one more bit of water, just to really sort of emulsify the products into my hair. So I think I said at the beginning, but I'll say again, when I washed my hair yesterday, I just brushed through some of the Boots curl cream, and that was it. So I've still got that in my hair, but now obviously I'm adding the mousse and the gel. Let's just do this side. Oh, it's warm today. That spray bottle's actually really nice. So muggy. Just need a really good storm. Next, I'm going to move on to the Eco Styler Argan Oil Gel. This was £5.75, I think, off Amazon. So again, I'll drop a link down in the description box. I love this gel. I do actually have a video reviewing this gel in a bit more detail. Just to sum up, it's number 10 Max Hold. So it's really good. If, like me, you've got thick, heavy hair that needs quite a lot of hold. And if I show you the texture of it as well, it's really gloopy. So I have seen people, particularly those with sort of finer, wavy hair, they say, oh, it's too sticky, it just made my hair clump together, didn't get good results. So my little hack, I've got the gel on my fingers, a little bit of water. Water is your friend, guys. Don't be afraid to just keep adding more and more water to your hair. I find that my hair works best when it's wet as opposed to damp. It's just sometimes I don't have the time to do this. But as it happens today, I have grabbed some time while the toddler sleeps and while the nearly 5-year-old is at school. So I'm just scrunching it into my hair. I'm doing all the gel that was on my hand on this side, and then I'll do the same on the other. I'm trying to scrunch it up to my roots to really encourage that curl to move up without chucking loads of product on and weighing it down. Very fine line. You need enough product that you get good hold, but not enough that you weigh your hair down. It's all about trial and error. I mean, so far, I'm rather liking these results. Again, as I say, I just keep adding water. And then just scrunch it all in, and adding the water, it really helps sort of remove the stickiness of the gel. It helps emulsify it, melt it into my hair, and stop it feeling so sort of gunky. So let's look at the difference. So this is the side with the mousse and the gel. This is just with the mousse. So this right here is why I like to use mousse and gel. So I'm going to get the same again. That was quite a big breath there. I can never remember how much I have. I think it's about that much. Again, just a little bit of water. And then I'll scooch along this way. And then just scrunch it all in. I'm hoping the mic is picking up all the squelching that my hair is doing. Because that means, like I said earlier, it means that my hair has got enough water in it and enough product. So I'm hoping to get good results from it. Oh, hair tickled my nose there. And then what I'm going to do, again, a wee bit more water. and then I will just sort of, the residue I've got on my hands, you can see they're sort of shiny-ish. I'll flip my hair backwards and do it, scrunch the back of my head. Ooh, trying to get the hair off my neck. A little bit of water. I've got sort of, especially down here, you can see I've got a few little sort of blobbies of gel. So I'm just gonna give my hair a really good scrunch. It's that horrible sort of drizzly rain today, and I've got to go out and do the school run in a bit. So this is going to be a colossal waste of time, but you know, I've never tried this wash now style later before. So it's going to be interesting. It'll be worth it. Right, so my hair feels like it's got enough product in. Feels pretty saturated, but also still quite lightweight. I'm hoping that's because I've just added loads and loads and loads of water. Because my hair is just so thirsty today. I think I'm going to have to do a deep treat soon, I think. I love doing deep treatments. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dry my hair. Ordinarily on a refresh day, I do like to air dry, but I'm pressed for time. So I am going to diffuse my hair. In fact, before that, I'm going to microplop just because I've just spotted my top. So when I microplop, that's just a fancy term for scrunching your hair with an old top. This is just an old mother care maternity top that I got when my son was a baby. I think it was at Christmas. He was 6 months old, so I was still breastfeeding, and I needed Christmas PJs. But as it happens, my boobs were too big for this top. Right, so as you can see, I'm just gently squishing my hair with this top. Try not to be too rough with it, because I don't want to make it go all sort of frizzy and fluffy and bonkers. And the reason why I love to microplop is, as I said, it removes the excess moisture and it really speeds up drying time, and it helps my curls, particularly when I've been raking through and brushing and praying hands and everything. I really find it helps sort of counterbalance all that stretching that's been going on. So I've raked through a lot of the products, and I did scrunch, but this sort of reinforces it. I think it's because it's removing all the water weight as well. It just really helps my waves and curls spring back up. I really hope my voice doesn't keep going in the video, guys. If I sound really croaky, I'm sorry. Blame the trees. Right, so I'll just go a little bit sort of further up. There. So, as I said, I would ordinarily air dry, but I'm pressed for time. So I am going to diffuse. And when I say diffuse, I actually mean I'm going to use a sieve. Because if you've seen my other videos, I did use the Gamma diffuser. But my friend has taken it back because it was hers, and I cannot find it. I found a similar one that I might invest in, but until I can basically get my hands on another diffuser, I'm using the sieve, and I will say it does work quite well. I do have a video sort of reviewing the sieve. So just to hammer home what a rubbish day I was having when I filmed this, not only did I forget to press record when I was drying my hair, I didn't check if the mic was plugged in for the next bit. So I am just going to have to guess at what I was saying for this part. I think I'm apologising for not pressing record when I was supposed to film myself diffusing my hair. So my hair is probably about 90% dry here. So this is me getting ready to scrunch out the crunch. My go-to product when I'm going to scrunch out the crunch is the Imbue Curl Energising Hydration Serum. I use 1 pump per side of my head, and I like to mix it with my good old spray bottle, which I got off Amazon. I add the water because it helps emulsify the serum and stop it sort of leaving my hair weighed down. And you can see here I am using the praying hands motion to scrunch out the crunch. I like doing that because I find it helps smooth down any frizzies that are trying to escape. And then what I am going to do in a second is give it a little scrunch. There we go. And that just helps my hair sort of counterbalance the stretching action of the praying hands and just helps everything sort of bounce back up. And here I am just rambling on about something that's clearly not that interesting, otherwise I would remember. So now I'm just going to compare the sides. I like to give my roots a little fluff because obviously the goal is to have hair that is as big as possible. And I've just said something funny there. And then I think that was a motorbike going past. Then I'm going to repeat the same for the other side. Again, 1 squirt of water, 1 pump of gel and mix it together. And then smooth it over my hands, over my hair. And I now witter on about something which I've forgotten again, whilst I'm just finishing off scrunching out the crunch. And then again, I fluff up the roots to help get that precious volume and bounce that we're looking for. And now I'm going to get rather animated. There we go. So I think, if I remember correctly, because it's been a few days, here we go, I'm just showing how I fluff my hair up. So it's been a few days since I recorded this. So I'm just going to try and remember the sort of verdict. I have to say I'm really impressed with something. Trying to lip read as well. So I remember really liking how this sort of wash now style later worked. It did feel quicker than when I do it, when I sort of brush style and dry on a wash day, because it was essentially just a good wet refresh, which obviously is quicker than a full wash. So here I'm talking about, I say basically summing up rather than brush styling and faffing in the evenings. Then I get this bit wrong. It's very hard to edit because I can't hear what I'm saying. But I'm just basically summing up and saying that this wash now style later did seem to save some time and it did feel quicker. So I will probably be doing it again. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you think and if you've tried this wash now style later. I think I fluffed up a bit there, but oh well. As always, don't forget to hit like, subscribe and share, and I will see you soon. Bye bye! Specifically, my Superdrug number 10